All right, so today we're going to be diving into some pretty deep stuff about the universe and creation.
Yeah,
Looking at, are there signs of a creator? Are they all around us? You've given me some fascinating excerpts here that blend scientific ideas with spiritual perspectives.
definitely a lot to unpack there.
Yeah, so this should be really fascinating. One of the excerpts starts with this powerful analogy
Yeah.
about the universe being like a tiny ring lost in a vast desert compared to the creator's power.
Hmm.
That really struck me when I read that. What are your initial thoughts on that?
It's such an evocative image,
Ah.
you know? It really highlights the sheer scale of the universe and how small we are
Right.
in comparison. But I think what's interesting is how that sense of smallness can actually be liberating in a way.
Okay.
You know, it can help us shift our perspective and realize that the things that we stress about,
Uh-huh.
the things that seem so big in our day-to-day lives, are actually quite insignificant in the grand scheme of things.
Oh, that's an interesting way to look at it. It's not just about feeling insignificant, but about finding meaning in our connection to something much larger than ourselves.
Exactly. It's a call to step back
Mm.
and appreciate the interconnectedness of everything.
Yeah.
And, you know, when we consider the power of a creator who could create such a vast universe,
Yeah.
it really puts our own existence into a different perspective.
It does. It really makes you wonder what else we might be missing. You know,
Yeah.
what other signs might be out there. One of the excerpts quotes a verse from the Quran that says, "We will show them our signs in the horizons and within themselves until it becomes clear to them that it is the truth." What struck you about that verse when you were reading these sources?
What I find powerful about that statement is how it encourages us to look for signs both in the external world and within ourselves.
Mm.
And it's fascinating how that aligns with what we're discovering through science today. On one hand, we have telescopes revealing galaxies billions of light years away, you know, expanding our understanding of the vastness of the universe. And on the other hand, we have microscopes uncovering the intricate complexity of the human body,
Right.
reminding us of the wonders that exist within each of us.
So we're surrounded by these signs both in the vastness of space and in the intricate details of life itself. That brings to mind the discussion of the Big Bang, which one of your sources connects to a verse in the Quran.
Yeah.
I believe it is.
Right, and it mentions how the heavens and earth were once joined together and then separated. Now, it's important to remember that the Big Bang Theory is more than just things moving apart.
Okay.
It actually describes the universe expanding from an incredibly hot, dense state.
Mm.
And it's this part that I find really interesting when you consider another Quranic verse
Okay.
that describes the initial celestial matter as dukhan, meaning smoke.
It's almost like the Quran is describing the early universe in a way that aligns with our modern scientific understanding.
Yeah.
How did people centuries ago grasp these concepts that we're only now proving with science?
That's a question that has fascinated scholars for centuries. Some believe it points to divine inspiration,
Yeah.
while others see it as evidence of the human capacity for observation and deduction, even without advanced technology. But regardless, it really is a testament to the enduring power of these ancient texts to resonate with our modern understanding of the universe.
Regardless of your perspective, it's a pretty amazing connection to find.
Yeah.
And it leads us to another important point your sources bring up. It's not just about the facts matching up, but about understanding the deeper meaning behind these scientific and spiritual concepts. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You know, it's not enough to just marvel at the scientific discoveries or the poetic language of Scripture.
Right.
The real question is, what does it all mean?
Yeah.
Why is the universe the way it is? What is our place in this grand cosmic design?
Those are the big questions, aren't they? And it's interesting how your sources approach this from both a scientific and a spiritual perspective. They talk about how the universe isn't just this random collection of matter and energy. Right.
But a reflection of a creator's wisdom and purpose.
Exactly. And that purpose might not always be obvious
Yeah.
or easy to understand. But I think the act of searching for it, you know, of contemplating the wonders of creation can lead us to a deeper appreciation for the interconnectedness of everything and our own role in this intricate web of life.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. So one of your sources quotes a verse from the Quran that really stood out to me. It says, "Indeed, in the creation of the heavens and the earth and the alternation of the night, the day, are signs for those of understanding." How do you interpret that verse in light of what we've been discussing?
I think it's a beautiful reminder that we're surrounded by signs, not just in these extraordinary events like the Big Bang, but also in the everyday rhythms of life. The rising and setting of the sun,
They're changing.
changing seasons, the intricate balance of ecosystems. These are all expressions of a deeper order, a cosmic dance that points toward a creator's hand. It's about paying attention, noticing the patterns and the beauty that often go unnoticed in our busy lives. I mean, it makes me think about how we can get so caught up in our own little worlds that we forget to look up at the stars and appreciate the vastness of the universe we're a part of.
It's so easy to lose that sense of wonder, especially in our modern world with all its constant distractions.
Yeah.
But I think cultivating that sense of awe and appreciation is essential.
Okay.
Not just for our spiritual well-being, but for our understanding of the place in the cosmos,
Yeah. So how do we do that? How do we cultivate that sense of wonder and start seeing the universe and our lives as filled with signs of something greater than ourselves?
I think it starts with being present,
Okay.
with paying attention to the world around us.
Yeah.
Just take a moment to really look at a flower, to listen to the wind in the trees, to feel the warmth of the sun on your skin. These seemingly simple experiences can be really profound reminders of the beauty and interconnectedness of life.
It's about slowing down and appreciating those small miracles that we so often take for granted.
Yeah.
It's about shifting our perspective from a place of ego and self-importance to a place of humility and interconnectedness.
Exactly. And as we cultivate that sense of humility and awe, we might start to see those signs, those whispers of the divine, not just in the grand scheme of the universe, but also in the everyday moments of our lives.
It's about recognizing that the same power that created galaxies and supernovas is also present in the beating of our hearts, the breath in our lungs, the love we share with others.
It's a pretty profound realization, isn't it?
It is.
That we're not separate from the universe, but an integral part of it, woven into the very fabric of creation.
And if that's the case, if we're truly part of this grand cosmic design, what does that mean for how we live our lives? How does that understanding impact our choices, our relationships, our purpose?
Yeah, that's a really powerful question to consider. If we are part of this grand design woven into the fabric of creation, it makes you think that our lives have a much deeper meaning and purpose.
Absolutely. And our actions have ripple effects. Our choices matter not just for ourselves, but for the whole world around us. It really invites us to live with a sense of responsibility and intentionality, recognizing that we're not just these isolated individuals, but interconnected beings contributing to the evolution of the universe itself.
Yeah, it's a beautiful way to think about it. It's not just about, finding our own individual purpose, but about understanding how we fit into the larger tapestry of existence.
Exactly. And it challenges us to really consider the impact of our thoughts, our words, our actions on the world around us. If we truly believe that the universe is a reflection of a creator's wisdom and purpose, then it follows that our own lives should reflect those same qualities. So it's about aligning ourselves with that greater purpose, about living in a way that contributes to the harmony and beauty of creation.
Precisely. And that doesn't mean we all have to go out and save the world in some grand, heroic way.
Right.
It can be as simple as being kind to our neighbors, taking care of the environment, or pursuing our passions with integrity and purpose.
It's about living a life that reflects the values we see embodied in the universe itself. Love, compassion, creativity, interconnectedness.
And as we strive to live in that way, as we open ourselves to the signs and whispers of the divine, we might find that our lives become more meaningful, more joyful, and more connected to something greater than ourselves.
That's a beautiful message to end on. I feel like we've covered so much in this deep dive. From the vastness of the universe to the intricacies of the human body, from the scientific understanding of the Big Bang to the spiritual insights of the Quran. And yet it all seems to point toward the same conclusion, that there's this deeper meaning and purpose to our existence, that we're a part of something truly extraordinary.
It's been a fascinating journey exploring these different perspectives and seeing how they ultimately converge. And I hope it's inspired our listeners to look for those signs, those glimpses of the divine in their own lives.
Absolutely. Because if the universe is a testament to the Creator's power and wisdom, as we've discussed today, then our lives in all their complexity and beauty are too.
And who knows what we might discover when we start paying attention to those signs, those whispers of something greater than ourselves that are all around us waiting to be noticed.
It's an invitation to a lifelong journey of exploration and discovery, both within ourselves and in the world around us. So to everyone listening, thank you for joining us on this deep dive. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep looking for those signs. You never know what wonders you might find.